Hello, and welcome back. It is once again time for Final Fantasy XIV. Last we left off, we found out what's trying to destroy the planet. And it's some little empath girl who's decided that all life should just die. Because somehow all of her sisters went out into the universe to look for intelligent life and to find, I guess, the meaning of life, what people live for. And somehow, every single one of them, all they found was death, destruction, and war. I don't understand how that's even physically, mathematically possible. Like, the chances of finding 9 other planets with sentient life on them, or with signs of sentient life on them, and each one of them, either everyone died, or everyone's at war with each other. And it's like, really? You didn't find any peaceful sentient life. You didn't find any planet that was even at least somewhat at peace. Akin to our own Earth planet. Like, really? How? How did you find, like, 9 other planets and not one of them had anything remotely peaceful going on? I don't buy it, man. 2 or 3, understandable. But, and I'm not 100% on the 9 number, but it was several. It was at least more than 5. Might have been 7. But still, like, even 7, it's like, dude, how? How? Ain't no way. But anyways, they came to the conclusion that life sucks and is full of pain and misery, and all living beings should just die, baby, to end their suffering. And it's like, oh great, yeah, wonderful. Maybe not though, please? How about no? But yeah, here we are. Here we are. We're about to, let's see. Yeah, we gotta go this way. But also, side note, now, I admit I did not watch the recent live letter. However, I have heard about a certain cross promotion going on with Mountain Dew, of all things, which I guess kind of makes sense considering Final Fantasy XIV is coming to Xbox, and Xbox has a Mountain Dew partnership thing, so it makes some sense in that corporate greed kind of way. But absolutely ridiculous. The Mountain Zoo, which I admit that I want because it looks good, it looks cool, glowing all like bluish green, kind of a teal glow. Though a bit more, I think it's a bit more green than blue, but still. And the mount would only take like 3 to 6 bottles, 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew. So I may, when I go to my grocery store tomorrow for my weekly grocery trip, I may pick up a couple bottles of Mountain Dew. I don't know. Just saying. Geonosia, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of Propylaeon. Right. I will also say the two types of dye that they are also offering with this Mountain Dew promotion, they do look pretty good. The metallic green and metallic blue. And I do wonder what you might be able to do with them once the new dye system is added, where you can add 2 dyes to a piece of armor instead of just 1. Because then you could have, like, just the metal bits of a piece of armor be, like, metallic blue, and then the leather or cloth bits be something else. And that could look pretty neat. Instead of the whole thing being, like, metallic blue. Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Or, your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Vana, several cutscenes will play in sequence. We got plenty of time. Come on. This is the start of the stream. Let's go.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
Perhaps I should stay and help. I mean, I've got all the time in the world. Whenever I return, it'll be to the time when I left, right?
I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But 'tis a very long game that we must now play. And while you have maintained a stable presence here thus far, there are dangers in lingering over long.
Yeah.
No. You must return to your own battlefield. Make use of the knowledge you have attained, that your days here and our friends' sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us.
Yep.
We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe.
Yeah.
Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation.
Yeah. Also. But also, Hermes does kind of, in my present, your future, he does kind of go crazy and murder a lot of people.
Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I. As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion.
Silent. What a line. Silence the song of oblivion.
She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise.
Smile.
Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
Nodders. And you become Hydaelyn. Back to the future present. Wow! Well, this is new.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
Uh-huh. So you claim. Back then. And then death and destruction and bad times. Maybe not the best time to pop in. Or are we just getting a glimpse?
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer Hope's creation.
Y'all just standing there?
It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
And this is all Fandaniel's fault.
This is all wrong. Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again. A world free of sorrow.
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
Wise words.
O mighty Zodiark! God, born of our boundless faith, bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
What are you gonna do?
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
Well.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering, to mire and plague.
Cool.
In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
Uh-huh.
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Oh?
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Good. Well, we're back at the Crystal Tower. Back in the first. And I might as well go back to wearing my normal outfit. Yeah. Look at that. I love it. Anyways. I guess we report to Krile. Back in old Sharlayan. Could have sworn at some point I received. Oh, well, first off, I should probably use this. Behemoth cake. Look at that. It does look pretty cool. And comparison-wise, it is pretty good. It doesn't... No, it does have skill speed. It just doesn't have critical... Okay, yeah, that's really good. I really like that. I'm equipping that right now. Yeah, very good. Nightmare. And I could have sworn that I had recently... Yeah, I got these boots. Yeah, I really like those boots. Okay, I need to throw those onto my glamour plate and then recolor them. Because if I were to dye them... Let's see. Probably honey yellow? Or cream yellow, maybe. Trying to match the gold detailing on the rest of my armor. I think this is a bit too bright. Something. Cream yellow's not quite there though. Yeah, like this one's a little too desaturated, and I think this is a little too saturated. Is there any color that would like exactly match? I don't think so. Desert yellow's pretty close. Yeah, maybe desert yellow. I think that's about as close as I could get. I need to that or I go like full very yellow. Kind of like my current boots. Yeah, I think desert yellow would be pretty good. Actually, I think I can. Yes, I could retire to my room right now. I'll talk to you in a moment. Trial. First, let's see what kind of dyes I have. Oh, wrong. Sorry. No. Hi. No. Sorry. Cancel. Yeah. Cancel, please. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to call you. I meant to call, my retainers. Wrong bell. Is it you? I don't think so. I think it's... No, it is you. Okay. Let's see, I've currently got honey, bone white, and million corn. Don't have desert yellow. I need to go get desert yellow. Alright, be right back. I know there's a, there's gotta be a market board here. Right next to the main plaza, I believe. Yeah. Desert. Yellow. Yeah, I'll take it. Goodbye. Then I can go back. Real quick, I need to put some boots. It's not in my inventory. It's over here. Where are they? Yeah, manganese sabatons. The behemoth king. And I can edit this plate to be these. But dyed. Desert yellow. Like, why does it say? Why does it have an X there? It's weird. It looks real strange because I've been looking at my yellow boots for so long. My very yellow boots. Yeah, that should be good. Just make sure that I really want that particular desert yellow. Yeah. Desert yellow. Yes. Oh, it's got an X because my current boots are not level 86. They're below level 86. That's why. Which is fine, because then I'm going to, restore item. And equip it. And then I can apply it. Yeah. 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 Looking nice. Got little clawed feet now. Alright. Now we can go say hello to Krile.
Josiah, impeccable timing as always. I'd heard you were off in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back.
Wonderful to be back. As the heavens burn. Though you and Krile both have news to share, hers is perhaps the more urgent. Chondrite weapon coffer. I'm level 545, huh? 545.
So, have you learned aught more of the final days?
I'd say I've learned a lot more about the final days.
When the journey was well worth the risk, no doubt. Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the first, events here have taken a turn for the worse.
You mean during my time? I spent barely any time on the first because then I went back in time. And then I traveled back to where I just was. Like, surely I should have wound up exactly the time when I left. And so it would have been like less than a day. Anyways.
The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies. But it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alice and Alphinaud have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locus Amonis is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Estinian, and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Falchenor to the people of Radzatan. Following their discussion, Vritra declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the forum's invitation. So far so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hanish refugees to the tower, Alphinaud, Alige, Estinian, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now... the final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Falchenor. Then, panic broke out, and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Genossia. Please, you must help them.
That's what I'm here for.
Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was the first port of call, so you'd best start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you had best take every possible precaution.
Such a sudden shift in music there. To Camp Broken Glass, then. Also, off stream, I've been doing some Gold Saucer stuff, like the weekly fashion reports and the weekly Cactpot thing. And doing some of the other weekly challenges and daily mini Cactpot things here and there. But just building up my reserves here in case of another special event where you have to spend 200,000 gold saucer points to get the things you want. Like a new car! I'm glad I was able to manage getting 200,000 points in, I think it was like 2 weeks to get this car. 2, maybe 3 weeks, I don't know. But love this car. But next time I will be very well prepared. And I'll probably be able to purchase a couple of the other things that are just in the store generally that I haven't purchased. Like maybe some haircuts or emotes or poses or whatever. Ah, training complete, nice. Yes, I've also been training my recruits in my squadron. But
Genossia, and not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but it's events on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greetings short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glacius that the Forum's airship has landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees can come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart?
Upon departing, several cuts. Yeah. Proceed. I'm ready. Earlier on the Magna Glacies. Bad times. Very bad times.
No. No. We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste.
The proper
Calm
response.
yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy.
Exactly.
Come, we must build a line of defense. How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
Nice.
I can handle this pair. You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
You are primarily a healer, Alphino.
As you wish, my little lord.
Oh, here we go. It me, Alphino.
I'll command the beast's
attention. Okay.
See to the wounded. Help is at hand.
Cover. Oh boy. Woo.
Leave it to me.
Good job. Oh, come on, guys. We're literally saving you. Why are you panicking? Bro. It's so stupid.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Yeah, please. Stop your stinking panicking. Oh no, we're going to die, despite the fact that there's many people here fighting on our behalf, and the fact that we're not really doomed.
Easy now. Deep breaths.
At all.
You're safe now.
Ridiculous. You really are safe now. Stop your panic. Like, there's no monsters around. Around you specifically. I mean, there are monsters out there, but...
Worry not for the refugees, but
dealt-
for yourself.
You're shooting it. You need healing. Charged pulse. Ugh. Oh, does that not... Prognosis is going to be an angry thing. Health up. Starting to get the hang of this thing, sure. Oh. Ha! You thought you could get us petrification. Please. Taking a lot of damage there. Wow. Woo! Yeah. That wasn't too bad.
What?
What? It's fine. You'll be fine. We're here. Come on.
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Yeah. Bruh, bruh.
Wait, that's... Eulus and the army.
Eulus.
So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid. For once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
Yeah.
Of that I've no doubt.
Off they go.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army.
Yeah.
Oh!
What was that?
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal? might be in order.
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Yeah.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Let's go. Oh, now I'm Alice. Red Mage time. In the coming battle, you will fight as Alice. Let me just make sure good. I can plus 400 to target all enemies nearby. So that's AoE. Got combo. Special damage plus 2 okay, so that's also AoE but has a shorter recast time. Got HP. Or, yeah, got heal. Increases no magic damage dealt and damage dealt by nearby party member. Okay, so that's a buff. Alright. Let's recast 2 minutes. Alright, let's go. Boom. 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 Woo! Cure missiles. Don't have a tank or a hit. Well, actually, I don't know what Graha is currently set to. I assume DPS. Wait a minute. That from one of those dog creatures? That sounded an awful lot like the I guess dog-ish sound from
I'm fine.
from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Maybe Cat Mountain, probably. That's what I'm thinking of. Alright.
Not today.
For fire. Woo! Uh-oh. Oh, to the other side? Okay. Torero. Whatever you say, Garha. Now's our chance.
I'm not done yet.
Nothing to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
Yep. Oh, do we gotta go inside? Yeah, inside. Oh. Okay. We gotta rotate around.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
It's fair play. Oh, you know what? Vermilion Pledge.
On guard.
On guard. Woo! Yo! Turnabout is fair play.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah,
Really?
you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Another one? Ah! Just for cure. You'll be fine. Going tank mode?
Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Yeah!
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion.
I am pretty special.
But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let Eorzea's hero fight alone.
Here I come. Speaking of, the from out of the frozen drifts comes an Emperor Penguin,
Oh,
ready to fight.
Skip your squat regimen.
I can look after myself, you know.
Then you should do more squats. Don't skip leg day.
Everything's in order, I trust?
Yeah. Yes. Let's go.
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Time to fight as me now. The cage is full. You'll fight as yourself. I should hope so.
Oh, a trio for the ages.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Fight me. No, attack me! Cursed beast. Oh, that's why. Probably.
Just the
I
beginning.
didn't have my grit on. Now I do. Well, that previous thing's probably just an AoE that ended up hitting my friends. What? Oh, he's dead. Okay.
I had a feeling I'd find you.
Oh.
This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
Yeah. Got 5 of us now. Versus this redacted. Gravity fields. I guess we just... Ah, yep. Gravity.
Damn you!
Come, my friend, my esteem. Thought I saw a red eye icon. But maybe it was just his eye being red.
Leave the healing to me. I'm in your debt.
Hey, that's what tanks are for, right?
Where were we?
Where were we? Indeed. I cannot stop your attacks. You die this day. Yeah. Redacted down.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The Satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to Old Sharlayan. Please.
I cannot promise you safety in Old Sharlayan. It's true. But also, we are readying a ship to take us to the moon, where it should be safer. Hopefully.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
Just need you to have diamond hands and not fall into utter despair on your way to the moon.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radz-at-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
So you're going all the way back to Old Sharlayan?
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
All right.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
More of them.
Ridiculous.
Xenos! Here! You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship. Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
Are you serious?
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern.
Xenos. Why are you like this?
You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry.
Yeah.
Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seem sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust.
Misdirected? You directed it this way. This is all your fault. And Vendania.
So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about.
Yeah.
Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
for nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard! For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish.
Anything else to do here?
Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
Uh-huh.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilsabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
Nodders.
He'll be off to your seat on the forum next.
Right.
To see Xenos standing there, so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind. But looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again.
You as well. Let's take a look at this. Ah. Chainsaw sword. Absolutely ridiculous. Stats wise, though. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a little bit more tenacity, a little bit more vitality, a little bit more strength. Just getting slightly stronger each time.
No major injuries then. Good.
Yep.
I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
Well, they made it. They did good.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
Yeah. True.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuno Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Wah, 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 wah.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Yeah?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
It's us against the final days. Need all the soldiers to help. All those that are fighting fit.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
Good.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did.
That face.
Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it.
Yeah.
Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Yes. About my sojourn. So I went to the past.
Did you hear something just now?
No, my ears are quite small. What are you doing here? What?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Urianger, what is going on?
And to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
Urianger, you don't have sleeves. It is so cold out here.
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Urianger! Shiver, shiver, shiver.
Allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
What
been busy.
It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetherius. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
What with the doom and all?
Not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Inferior words?
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Uh-huh.
Forgive me, but are they...
They're moon buddies, yeah.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Yeah.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
Is that so?
'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have you back. May thy disciples banish this darkest of nights. May thy disciples banish these darkest nights.
I am no esteemed philosopher of eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Yeah, I've got a lot of wisdom to share.
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Mm-hmm. Snuggle up with some moon bunnies. What is this? Babeth?
Beg pardon, good madam. I could scarce help but notice that sightseeing log on your person. You wouldn't happen to be the adventurer my niece wrote about, would you? Aha!
So it is you! Pleased to meet your acquaintance. I am Babeth Ironheart, Milith's aunt and seasoned explorer. Be a dear and hand me that log of yours. Milith told me all about how she helped you embark on expeditions of your own, so it's only right that I share with you some wisdom of my own. Let me see.
My goodness, your nails, ma'am.
Oh, I can't forget to mention that. And done.
Insane nails.
You should be all set, dear. I've jotted down everything I've heard about the most remarkable vistas the realm has to offer. Of course, a few notes I've shared are not more than rumours, some describing locales so fantastical that I can barely believe they exist. But as I always say, the true joy of exploration lies not in the destination, but in the journey. So go forth, dear, and see what sort of journey these hints could take you on. That sightseeing log of yours won't fill itself, you know.
Sightseeing log expanded. Yes. Anyways, Urianger? I dare say Master Fortunato was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Hydaelyn's lunar custodians, as he will soon discover. They have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the Rostra. Teleport. And then Ethernet my way. To the Annex. And it's time to regale everyone with the tales. The tales of Elpis. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loperids a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Krile tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I've news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what relations did Hydaelyn's Elpis flower lead? Well, let me tell you. There's a little girl out in space, and she wants to destroy all life. Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasa are one and the same, or Akasha are one and the same, this all but proves Nidana's theory. Were an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of ether. I still don't know how she's so powerful. That tiny little girl is so powerful enough to cause this much destruction. But if our stars so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Meteon. or rather the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Atheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteion, and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Venar, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Venar you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Atheris, not to stay.
Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteion?
The Venar I know would never give up. The Venar I have known for 5 hours would never give up.
That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question.
Hermes' stupid question.
So what's the second condition?
We must find a means to reach Meteion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Then communing with Hydaelyn must by necessity come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted the help of Arenvold and other Echo-blessed allies. We couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be from be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home.
Sorry to interrupt, we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is requested in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say.
Off we go then. To the Forum. Who so easily dismissed us before.
Rostra Steward.
Hi. The Forum is in session, and as such the Rostra is closed to visitors. We were specifically requested. A scion of the Seventh Dawn? Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Yeah. But also, you haven't taken my weapon yet, so... Just saying. Yeah! Wah! Swing! Swow! Swing! Wah! Oh, was I supposed to go around the outside, not straight through the center? There was nobody in there. I'm just saying. Where'd you all come from, huh? You all filed in the last 5 seconds? Alphino just staring from afar.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
Proposal?
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem?
Huh?
We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alphinaud.
This man. The one good forum member.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration.
Yeah?
I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Question. Does Sharlayan have the Ironworks working on this ship issue? If not, we could certainly call up Sid and say, hey yo, we got an issue over here. Need some engineers.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
28 against. What is there to be against?
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Yeah, this is the will of the Forum now, buddy.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both a means of communicating with Hydaelyn and reaching Meteion, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Afterburner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though.
Yeah, it might behoove us to actually know what the heck an afterburner is and what it does. I mean, obviously it's an engine of some kind, but aside from that knowledge, as instructed, I shall take you to see the Afterburner. Meet me outside the Archaeon. I trust you can make your own way there.
So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking?
Indeed. Well, going underground. We do have many ether currents to collect down here. Speaking of ether currents, yeah, we've completed those 4. It's just this one. We need 5 quests and still 5 exploration bits. Where is the closest? 657 to the west. One would think that that is within my reach. Hopefully. Also, looks like that might be another ether current quest, or an ether current, the first one that I will have done here. Teleport straight into the fountain too. Now my boots are all wet.
Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archaeon's lift. Step inside and have Ophiline take you to the medial circuit.
Okay. How very generous. First, I should like to at least attempt to get another ether current or 2. To the southwest. So it should be around that Mitato area somewhere. Yeah, won't let me jump off the cliff. Hopefully I can get down from here. Ah, come on. Come on. Maybe there's an elevator inside. But also, real quick, grab this bit of the map. $524 to the south? That's a long ways south. You said it was just straight west from here. Seems like it might actually be down there. Well. Yeah, it says to the west. Which to me would be right there. Which I might not have really had much access to. No, because I've definitely been down there. But anyways, we've got access to the lift here. Yeah. I would like to use the lift, please. But yeah, because I think there's like a cave or something that, yeah, led us down to this medial circuit. Fortunal. I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha, on the other side of Meriol Agronomics. Actually, there's something I have been meaning to. No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. What were you gonna say, huh? Huh? What were you gonna say? What have you been meaning to say / do? Perhaps apologize? Be an actually good person? For once? Ooh, that hornet got 2 stingers. Wild. Stray tomato. Y'all got living, walking tomatoes here? Yes, us little troll will accept. Oh, dearie me. My sweetest Shaggles, one of the Archeon's precious samples has fled. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? My apologies. I'm Nuale Tia, an archivist. The Archeon is home to various samples collected from all across the star, and one such specimen has just escaped. A young troll, to be specific. Oh, I hope he hasn't been set upon by the local predators. Listen, I promise to compensate you, so could you please help me retrieve the specimen? My thanks. I will continue my search of this area. I'd like you to check the 33rd facet. Once you've had a comprehensive look about, please meet me at the Archeon to report your findings. Indeed. Toggle. Ruff, ruff. Woo! Also, man, there's one more area that we have yet to travel to. One more place that exists with even more ether currents to gather, which means it's probably roughly the same size as this. The 33rd facet. Surveying. You see no trolls, great or small. Perhaps a bit further in. Perhaps. .666 to the west. Huh. Mithro caps. Surveying. Surveying. Trolls. The errant troll is nowhere to be seen. Noelle Tia may have had better luck. So go all the way back. See if he found it. All by himself, and thus my search was pointless. Maybe he hasn't had better luck. That's what I would expect. I see. I was unable to find the specimen either. However, I did meet someone who claimed to have seen it in Mornvale Forest. Let us head there and see if we can track it down. Yeah? Mornvale Forest, huh? Ah, oh, come on. Won't let me jump the shrubbery. Hatching Canal. Noelle Tia? Yes, there can be no doubt. These are Shaggle's footprints. I have uncovered the specimen's trail. It should be close. If you find it under threat from the local fauna, you may dispatch its assailants. Uh-huh. Which means it's probably under threat from local fauna. Something fell down over there. Weird. Anyways, Shaggles! Tiny little Shaggles! Die, troll ruffians! Whew. Everything's all right, Shaggles. Look at him. He's so happy. So adorable. Oh, I'm so glad you're unharmed. You're all safe now. Come on, let's go home, sweetie. It's Buffoon! Grr! The Archaean is under threat! I must do something! Grr! You can talk? Grr! You can understand me? Wait, are you able to communicate with him? Yeah. Incredible! I've never met someone with such a skill before. This bundle of joy was born in Labyrinthos. However, he was abandoned by his mother and in quite the state by the time we found him. He possesses remarkable intelligence for one of his kind. We've elected to use him as part of a study into the effects of growing up in an artificial environment. I had seen him making gestures that indicated he'd been reading the tomes here, but I thought he was just copying those around him, to think he actually understands speech. Though I do wonder exactly why you are able to understand him and I am not. I'm sort of special. Yes. It's a secret. Shh. Really? No. What I wouldn't give to understand him too.
Grr, you possess the echo, don't you? I find it difficult to the way your kind do. But I suppose it makes sense that you understand my general sentiments. I happened to learn of said power from the tomes in the Archeon. Honestly, that buffoon over there is surrounded by a sea of knowledge, and he makes no effort to engage with it. Grr. At any rate, I'm glad to finally have someone to talk to. As I was saying earlier, the Archeon is in grave danger. Some girlless gleaner managed to bring woodworms in with them during a visit. If we leave them be, they're bound to cause irreparable damage to the materials at the facility. I tried my best to tell that buffoon, but it was no use. That's why I took a chance and went in search of some of my own kind to see if they would help. But you saw how that turned out.
Well, what does he say? Woodworms. Gleaners brought him in by accident. Oh, dearie me! Still, it was most courageous of him to try and solve the issue on his own. Now that we're aware of it, we need to sort out this pest problem at once. Would you mind helping out a little longer? You're the only one who can understand him after all, and he seems moments ahead of us with regard to the situation at hand. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely help. For sure. Yeah. I mean, now that you know that there's woodworms in the facility, I'm sure you guys can handle that on your own. It's just woodworms. There's no need for someone of my caliber. Right? So long! Every time in the fountain. Look at the frost coming off of my blade. Yes. Medial court. We're getting close to level 89 as well. Ruff, ruff. Now to actually head to our main objective. It's been a while since I've looked at the main scenario quest list. Going underground is our current quest. Oh, that's the third in this set of quests. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more level 88 quests. Plus 16 more quests after that. Which, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 of which are level 89 and the rest are level 90. But this is the last, like, big block of quests for Endwalker. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We will have to probably pick up the pace of it in order to make it through post Endwalker before Dawntrail comes along. What have we? Yeah. Another lift.
We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the lift, the next lift. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on. How do you know so much about it? Why, Father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with Grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking Father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time.
'Tis all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporrits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind beneath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar.
'Tis no mere coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded us the grim fate that awaits Etheirys, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos, in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the Central Circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free rein to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Then let us proceed.
Yes.
By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the Central Circuit.
I should hope so. Good 95 northwest, eh? The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokul Dunko, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. What a lovely place. Ah, stairs. I want to go this way first. Aha! I see it. Woo! Ether current! Achoo! Ruff, ruff. 463 to the northwest. Indeed. Charlie and Hamlet. Ah, Chocobo Keep. Hello. I do not need to hire one as of right now, but it's good to have the option. Aetheryte. Choo. 154. $227. $179 to the north, okay. So it should be up around this circular platform. Oh, it's up on that cliff. I see. Yep. Oh, come on. There we go. No. Gotta go all the way around every time. Woo. 349 to the west, huh? How many more of these? 3 more still. Including this one we're about to get. $248 southwest. $161 straight west. Hmm. 79 southwest. Must be on the other side of this wall. Yeah, there it is. No, no fates. No! Right. And 785 to the south. Woo! Since we're all the way out here, we might as well attune to Aporia, right? In fact, we might as well go the whole way around, if possible. Just 2 more out and about, and then 4 from quests. One of which is almost certainly going to be from a main story quest. Aporia. Another Chocobo Keep. No. None of that. To the Aetheryte. Why are they always in fountains? Every time somebody teleports to an Aetheryte, they get their feet soaked in the fountain. How ridiculous. $300 southeast. What's that say? Cannon. 141. Is it around here? Nope, so another 110 to the south. To the south? Ah, there it is. Right on this cliff's edge. Oh yes, and where is the next one? 271 to the east. Wonderful. East. Is it up? Yeah. I thought so. And there we go. That's all the exploration ether crates. Coco Dunkel. Coco Dunkel. What's up?
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Etherburner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
Wow, gee, thanks.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
Uh-huh.
Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Probably.
But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive.
Yeah. And they don't necessarily need to move super fast, they just need to move to another place.
It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it, though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
What about Dalamud?
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
And?
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
So we could easily do it? You want me to go and fetch the Wutsits?
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
Of course.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
Heavensward.
This is Alphinaud. The Scions have need of you.
You see, we have connections, Mr. Fortunato.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the Twelveswood expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
True.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Like, bro. You guys... We can't figure out how to get the engine, the ether burners, to work better. You did figure it out. You needed Allagan adamantite. And all you had to do was ask. You knew that it exists. It just needs to be gathered. Like, bro. Come on, that was such an easy fix.
It's times like these we're reminded of how famous, or infamous, Alphinaud has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single Lake Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh? And who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck.
You don't know, and us to find out. Kryl. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah... What's going on with the Sultanate?
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make.
Yeah.
Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames, and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Nodders.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Chizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet,
Flippin'
when we
Lolorito.
Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together.
Yeah.
It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now.
Yeah.
Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future.
And Rohan
you know
will answer.
your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud... Are we going to do this for each area? You go get those Allagan shards.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Lys.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
Helping out.
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
working together, hand in hand.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalymo.
Papalymo. Rip in peace. Meanwhile, in Carthus. What about Limsa Lominsa?
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Ah.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Yeah. They coming to help? Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea... Getting a lot of meanwhiles.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this
Sort of,
is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Is that so? Got any relicts? So close to 89. No job too small. Alphino is resisting the urge to pat himself on the back.
Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service?
Ha! You've already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allagan technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar.
Oh yes, G'raha is an expert in Allagans.
Huh, if only Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and G'raha establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favour. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarise ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite.
Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you've a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Pah! That lot need all the help they can get.
Well then, off we go.
Indeed. Let's take a look at these. Chondrake chest piece. It does look pretty. It's like a bolero dress with a little bit of armor. Doesn't go with my Dark Knight's theme, but it looks nice. And I assume it has much better stats than what I've got. Yeah, level 88 instead of 80. Only a boost of 15 item level though. 13 extra strength, 5 extra vitality, replaces determination with critical hit of 145, and replaces tenacity with skill speed. It's not ideal, I would say, but it's still pretty good. What is my current tenacity of 1463? I'd be losing 200 of it. But I'd gain 200 skill speed. I mean, okay, we'll pull off until we can, which will be right here, sure. The Hamlet. Yep. There we go. Equip, apply. Come on. 537 item level average. Which is, of course, more than any of my other classes. Nice. I also haven't been doing much of, like, really any leveling of other classes off stream, just in case anyone was wondering. Sage still 85, Reaper's still 83, but everything is 50 plus, which I am quite happy about. Yes, well, this will though have to be it for today. We made quite a bit of progress. Now we're on no job too small. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more level 88 quests. Followed, of course, by 9 level 89 quests. Is it really 9 level 89? 1, 2, 3. Wait. No, it's 10. It's 10 and then 6 level 90. Okay. Still. Only 6 more level 88 quests after this. Which means we've got plenty of quests to get us to level 89 before we reach the level 89 quests. And hopefully there's enough level 89 quests to get us to level 90 before the level 90 quests. So I could always do a duty or two off stream. Yeah, what is... It's weird. Anyways. Yeah, so... next stream on Monday for more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I'm thinking next Wednesday is going to be a Final Fantasy XIV stream. Just because I want to get to a point where we're ready to do Dawn Trail when Dawn Trail comes out. So I'm gonna try and do 2 Final Fantasy XIV streams each week. Yeah, so 7 on Monday, 14 on Wednesday, and then 14 again next Saturday. That's the plan, anyway. Yeah. We got this. Be kind to yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.